Super Mario Brothers.
That was the game that brought back video games in North America.
I'd say just about every gamer has played Super Mario Brothers. It's the grandfather of platforming games.
This was Nintendo's, you know, welcome to the world. It was like, this is our killer app.
Right. I mean, this was beyond anything that we had seen in a video game before this.
It made the Atari games look absolutely primitive. It was just this living, breathing cartoon world at the time.
A lot of the games before that were single screen games, whereas in Super Mario Brothers, you had point A and you had to go to point B, and you had a goal to save the princess.
And Mario Brothers was cool because you started up, and then here's this blue screen, blue sky with Mario running back and forth. But then you realized that you could start running, and you didn't stop. You could just go and go and go.
In many ways, it is Shigeru Miyamoto's masterpiece. It's just, you can pick it up and you can play it.
I'm not sure what Miyamoto was thinking in crafting something so elaborate and so involved, but in creating Super Mario Brothers, he sort of made the template for what a video game should be.
Super Mario Brothers really was the first game that created a story and a world for you to go into.
We accept the game now at face value, but think about how weird it is. It stars a plumber who hits blocks and mushrooms come out, which he eats, and then he gets bigger, and then he fights like a turtle dragon. It's really weird.
Of course, you're trying to save Princess Toadstool from the evil Bowser in the Mushroom Kingdom. The game doesn't really explain how you get there, but you know the story somehow works that plumber Mario and his brother Luigi trying to fix some plumbing, get sucked down a pipe, and they get warped into the Mushroom Kingdom.
A very lengthy game if you went from start to finish. And most games were, fairly quick games at that time, and you can beat them in a couple minutes.
Going through that game, dude, like freaking the 8th world,
dude, the game's not hard.
When you're 7, it's hard.
So many people take for granted about this game today is what made it the ultimate video game playground when it came out. There was just so much to play with and toy with.
And it basically stated, okay, video games, they need to be long, they need to have secrets, they need to get people talking.
We're talking some levels are underwater, some levels are at night, some were in the clouds, some were over a bridge, and some were actually in castle dungeons.
You get to the end of that first castle, you got that weird mushroom guy standing there. Sorry, Mario, the princess is in another castle. All right, jerk, show me where the next castle is.
By reusing assets, it makes a very colorful and inviting world. I mean, look closely. You got the clouds. They actually look like the little trees in the background. They're just a different color.
The controls were so precise and really took advantage of the new control D-pad that Nintendo was trying to push out there, and it really showed it off.
Hidden rooms.
Yeah, you went down pipes into the underground. You found beanstalks that took you up, and you felt like everything, when you first saw it, you were the first to discover it, as if like, this is hidden.
The game actively encouraged exploration. It encouraged you to say, what does happen if I break this brick and jump up through the ceiling?
I remember the first time I got to the warp zone, I felt like I had found something I wasn't supposed to. I was breaking the game, getting to the warp zone. It's a secret. You're not supposed to go there.
How about in level 1, 2, you could hit the bricks at the top of the screen and run on top of the screen, and you're running past all the information. You're running past your score and everything. Yeah. That's insane to see that.
I remember reading in Nintendo Power about the minus level where you've got to jump on 1, 2 and hit your head on the back of the block, go through the wall, and then go through the warp pipe, and you were in an endless underwater level called the Minus World.
Everybody remembers the theme song. Everybody knows the theme song to Mario. Even Grandma probably knows the theme song to Mario.
If I go doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, or even knock, people know exactly what that is. That's how recognizable it is.
This game was a system seller.
Yeah.
It's one of the best system sellers in the history of video games.
To this day, Super Mario Brothers is still a beloved game and is still very playable.
Let's just leave it that it is ridiculously important, and there's a reason why Mario is still synonymous with video games